said something that like resonated with me. You know, you said, nothing changes if nothing changes.
For a long time now, I've been hustling. I've been on the self-improvement journey. I've been exercising regularly. I've been working my side hustle of trying to build my businesses, of trying to grow my channel while working my full-time job. But I struggle to see momentum. I struggle to lose the weight that I so desperately want to lose. I struggle to see the growth in my creative work. And if you look from the outside, it doesn't make sense. Even to me, when I was having a superficial approach to it, it didn't make sense. I was putting in the hours, I was putting in the effort, but still nothing was changing. And when I heard this quote, nothing changes if nothing changes, it all made sense. I'm currently on a 100-day journey of trying to better myself, and that involves me doing 5 things every single day. And I was never one for a routine. I never wanted to have particular things that I have to get done in the day. I always had the mindset that I will be most productive if I do not set deadlines for myself and if I just wake up and get to going and doing the things. But what happened is, because I would never set deadlines for myself and because I would always do things based on how I was feeling, I would never actually get the work done. Even though I was exercising regularly, my exercise lacked focus and lacked intensity. I used to do the exercise because I had to tell myself that I was doing the exercise. And because I should just go through the motions and not see the gains, then I used to question, why the hell I'm doing in the work, but why am I not getting the results? When the reality is I wasn't actually giving it my all or actually doing what needs to be done to get a change. I know that diet is a major part of being able to lose weight and being able to actually drop that fat. But I told myself that I don't need to diet. More or less, I know what I'm eating, how I'm eating, and automatically the changes will come. But that's not true. It's the last 20 odd days that I've started tracking my calories that I've actually been able to lose 3 kilos. 3 kilos. 3 kilos is something I've not been able to lose in the past maybe 2 years of my life. But in just 20 days of taking my exercise seriously and tracking my calories and focusing on what I eat and how I eat and when I eat, I've been able to lose 3 kilos. While I was working on my creative pursuits and working my main job, in hustle culture, it's like working on your side project while you're working your main job. That's going to get you results if you just keep putting in the effort. But I didn't see progress even within myself or within the work I was doing. And the reality is, again, it was a half-assed attempt. It was just so that I could say to myself that I am putting in the effort when I'm not actually giving it my all. While people tell you that you can get away with just putting in the motion or going through the motions, that's not true if you're doing it on a daily basis. There are some days when you don't feel like working out, when you don't feel like putting in the work, and that day if you go through the motions, fine. But if you live your life on a daily basis, saying that you're doing things that are supposed to be forward in you, but you're just going through the motions and with no intent behind it, that's gonna not make a difference to your life. And that's what I realized, and that's why now everything I do has intent behind it, and I structure my day in a way that I can go out and conquer. At this stage of my life, I am feeling unstoppable. I may not have reached the levels of growth I wanted. I may not have the dream body or the dream weight that I wanted. But at this stage right now, I know it's possible. I have the momentum and I'm going to keep going. And I know that I found structure that no matter what, I am going to reach the destination. Even though I'm not even focusing on the destination, I'm focusing on each day, getting each day right. And this is the difference. When you do things with intent, even if it's small things, but you do it with intent and you do it consistently, that adds up and gives you momentum. And once you have that momentum, you're going to be unstoppable. So I'm going to talk about some of the things that I've been doing on a daily basis that have given me that momentum, that puts me on a trajectory where I know that nothing and no one can stop me. The first thing that I'm going to talk about, it might be something that you're familiar with. I've mentioned it in previous videos, but I think it's so freaking important. And that is controlling your social media consumption. I believe in creation over consumption, at least for me, because I am a creative. I believe that I have to be creating more than I'm consuming. Because even though I can say to myself, I'm consuming so that I can learn what is happening and be aware, so that will lead to bettering my creativity. The reality is most of my creativity comes from within myself and not from outside influences. And over the past couple of years, many times I've tried a social media detox, had a few benefits, but then come back onto social media and be stuck and fall back into the same trap. And I would go for another detox after that. And I thought that this was just a cycle that I had to go through, and this was the reality of it. But the thing is, it's not. I'm not on a social media detox now. I've not deleted or deactivated my Instagram account. I've not deactivated any social media. But my social media consumption is the least it's ever been. And I've achieved that by deleting social media on my phone. So I do access social media only through my laptop. And the other thing is by creating a mindset where my body and my mind is not dependent on social media. I started this thing called 30 minutes of solitude, of just sitting without my screen every morning outside. And what this has done is it has allowed me to be okay with being bored, to be okay with just being alone with myself and my thoughts and my mind, to not be hesitant and scared like, oh no, I don't have anything to do. I'm so bored. I need to pick up my phone and scroll through social media. Right now, if I ask you, how many of you can sit for 30 minutes without a phone or without any kind of screen, without any kind of stimulation, not even walking, just sit with yourself, with your thoughts? How many of you can do it? If you're using your phone often, if you're using social media a lot, the answer is you probably can't. Because the social media algorithms are training your mind to reduce your attention span so that you're getting bored every 15-30 seconds and you need to keep scrolling for more stimulation. This keeps you on their apps longer. But what it does to you is you can't even sit with yourself. You can't sit with yourself and be bored. Boredom cultivates and breeds creativity. And maybe you're not focused on creativity. Maybe you're not a creative person. But the skill of being able to sit with yourself and be bored is something that is so valuable. Now, these days, I love my social media or my screen time, free time. And sometimes I end up going more than 30 minutes. I just sit over there until I realize that I need to get to work. I need to get shit done. And it has trained my mind to be okay with just being with myself and being bored. I don't need to reach for my phone every 5 seconds or 15 seconds the minute I don't have anything to do. I can just be with myself. There are times now that I leave my phone in one place and I go. There are times when I leave my phone at home and I go out. I've become so detached from my phone, and it's such an empowering and powerful feeling when you know that you're in control and the phone is not controlling you. The second thing that I've put intent behind is my workout and my diets. So when I say I put intent behind my workouts, it's to push my workouts further than the point when I'm actually tired and when I'm actually comfortable. And I know this is dangerous and it puts me a chance for injury. I'm a physiotherapist, so I am aware of that. But the reality is your mind gives up before your body has actually reached its full potential. So if you give up at the point where your mind says, okay, this was a good workout, I can stop now, then your body is not actually reaching its potential and actually getting a good workout to be able to reap the benefits. It's only when you discipline your mind or discipline yourself to control your mind that you need to push past this point. You need to push harder, that it makes the difference. And these workouts these days that I'm doing, when I'm pushing past my limits, I might do 300 rep workout. I might top myself on the weight. I might go running for 45 minutes in the sun on the beach. Running is something that I hate, and I couldn't even get 15 minutes without being out of breath and just totally hating running. All this is because I'm training my mind to push myself further than I think my limits are. And to be honest, when I push myself further and I'm able to do that workout, at the end I was like, my body can still actually do more. I'm not that tired and exhausted. And also, it gives me pride that I was able to push past my limits and do this amazing workout. It gives me confidence in myself that my mind is not a limiting factor anymore. I can push past it. All you need is the discipline to start and push past the point where you feel resistance. Once you get past your mind resistance and go and actually achieve, your body goes into beast mode. The next thing is on the same lines, and that is I've dialed in my diet. I'm tracking my calories. And while I'm not going to tell you that this has helped me lose weight because I already told you that, but the reason I'm telling you that tracking your calories and eating a healthy diet and focusing on when you eat is because it has left me with so many more benefits besides losing weight. I find myself so much more productive these days. My work is double of triple of the productivity level that was before this. These days I can record and edit 1 to 2 videos a day. I can sit for hours and just write and work on my scripts. And this is all while working my job as a physiotherapist. While in the past, I would be lucky if I would be able to get even one video recorded and edited. I would record one video, then put it aside, maybe next day get to the edit and spend 2 to 3 days working on the edit because I should do it in breaks. I should do it in 1 to 2 hours. And then when I was like drained and tired, I would just leave the edit and say I would come back tomorrow. And then, this would gradually go. And the edits weren't that great, weren't something that got me excited. But now, even though I'm working 1 to 2 edits in a day, I enjoy it so much and I do not get tired. And that's because I've dialed in my workouts and my nutrition. And I think the majority reason is not the workouts, it is the nutrition, it is the timing of the day. Right now, I'm eating only one meal a day as part of my 7-day challenge of eating one meal a day. And it has been amazing. I wake up in the morning, I do my 30 minutes of sitting outside with no phone and anything. I come in and I start working on recording or editing my videos, and I can go till 3 to 4 because I don't have to stop for lunch. And after lunch, I usually feel sleepy. So I can just go to 3 to 4 and then I have my huge meal. And after that, I do not feel sleepy, surprisingly, even though it's a massive meal. I go and work my physiotherapy clients. I come back and in the evening or the night, I feel like working more on my edits, and I will sit and edit all the way through the night. Yesterday I finished editing or stopped editing my podcast at 12:40 a.m. and today I woke up at 8:30 and then I got my 30 minutes of solitude, got everything done, and now I'm recording and I'm going to edit this video. And I'm not telling you that you need to get up early. I'm not telling you that you need to sleep early. Everyone is wired differently. Some people can work through the night. Some people are morning people and like to wake up early and work early. I'm not telling you to follow one or the other. Whichever works better for you, you do that. For me, it is working late through night and waking up at 8:39 and then getting to work again. But my point is, because I dialed in the nutrition, my energy levels have shot through the roof. Because I'm not constantly putting food in my body and slowing down my body. When we eat, our body directs energy to our GI system, that is our digestive system, to digest the food. I mean, it's obvious. So where our energy is diverted towards the GI, we tend to have less energy for anything physical or mental. We tend to feel sleepy and lethargic. That's why many people, they have their afternoon meal and then they take a nap. Now, I'm not telling you to go and do the 1 meal a day diet, because even though this diet is giving me lots of energy, I need to see if it's actually beneficial for my body. So that I'll come to know after I'm done with the 7-day challenge. On day 1, I measured my body weight, my BMI, my fat percentage, my muscle mass, my bone density, all of that. So I'll be comparing it to day 7. And then only if it hasn't adversely affect my body in any way, will I know that this diet is beneficial. And to be honest, I'm actually hopeful that I'm going to see a positive outcome from the stats when I check it on day 7, because I just feel amazing, and it's very hard for me to believe that I feel this amazing but my body is deteriorating. So, I mean, if you want to know those results, make sure you hit the subscribe button because that video is going to drop soon because I'll be done with the challenge soon. So, you'll come to know the details when that video drops. And also, if you're finding this video valuable, then do hit the subscribe button because that helps me out a lot, but it helps this video reach more people. And I'm going to be posting more and more videos about my self-improvement journey, all knowledge that I am discovering through my journey, which I think will be valuable to many people out there. So if you're finding this valuable and if you think it will make a difference to you, then please do hit the subscribe button. So the moral of this video that I want to leave you with is put intent behind everything that you do. Structure your day in a way where you know you're getting in the reps that will get you further, but also in a way that the reps actually have intent. If you put intent behind your actions, then only the actions start compounding and then you get the momentum. And once you get that momentum, you're in cruise control. Not saying that it becomes comfortable or easy, but you've created a discipline for your mind to push forward even when times get hard. And that's why I say it's cruise control, because you've developed that discipline. That's all I wanted to share today. These thoughts just came to my mind while I was doing my 30 minutes of solitude. That's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, if you found value, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Like button also helps pushing the video to reach more people. But besides that, I love you and I'll see you guys in the next video.
This is God given, not from blue tops like Mars Simpson. Just hard discipline, pot simmering, cooking up, no rocks in the pan, watching the playing form in the sand, bidding castles out of thoughts.